Now, another thing that's a negative on this car is I got this car last year for $88,000, but I gave up the Mach-E Mustang I bought, Grabber Blue, and I had to trade that. Well, there's negative numbers in that car. Now, what's incredible is they gave me like 64 grand for that Ford Mustang Mach-E, but I bought it from my buddy John Walker. Yeah, hey John, you listening? Yeah, my buddy John Walker, who had a 10 grand ADM on that freaking thing last January of last year. So we're in 2022. So I was suckered into buying that damn thing, right? I mean, I bought it. It's my fault. So now I have a car that I kept from January till like October of last year. So now there's a good 10 grand negative equity buried in this damn car. But I was very lucky to get rid of that car when I got rid of it, because shortly after I sold that car to them, they had a hell of a time getting rid of it, and they barely got rid of it. And I think they got rid of it for 62 grand. So I lucked out on that for this. But the downside is there's 10 grand of negative numbers in this car that now are coming to the plate to trade this car. And there's the challenge. That's why if I got these guys to give me like 85 grand right now, I didn't do too bad. But otherwise, yeah, I'm getting really, in so many ways, just killed on it. And that's just the thing. If you're a guy out buying cars, selling cars all the time, unless you're a wholesaler or a car dealer, there's no way you're making money in cars. You know, for me, people think I make money off these cars. Are you kidding me? How? Only cars I've ever made money on is the Broncos and the Lightning. Just select few cars where I bought them just at the right time, drove them, got rid of them, and I made some money. But you buy a regular old car, there's no way. There's no way. The dealerships are in, like right now, this Raptor I'm buying that they're advertising for 79 grand. My gut instinct is they're at 68 to 73 would be my gut instinct is what they paid for this vehicle. I would say it's worth maybe 70 grand. That's say it best that they paid for it. And that's the way these guys stay in business. These dealerships don't stay in business by making $100 off a car. They got a lot of hands to feed these dealerships. And my buddy Alex said, yes, Saturday was killer day. Yesterday, lousy weather, rained all day. Not such a good day. So that's the challenge of business and life. You know, one day you make a ton of money, next day you make no money. So then over 2 days you made okay money. Over 3 days you barely made any money. That's how life is. So as we continue the road, and yeah, so that's my challenge in life is I get something and then I want something else. And that's who I am as I get into a little heavier traffic here on a Monday, cold day, working, doing what she's supposed to do. And I'm just glad I got my house back in the redo. But there's many more projects on that. All right. Heading to Manassas, Virginia, going past the Dulles Airport right now. Those. And when does Indian reach out to me to give me a freaking money on that damn bike? I mean, Jesus Christ. Takes forever. Now, a guy last night on my YouTube channel reached out from watching one of my videos of that Indian Pursuit having the wobble, and his position was he swears up and down. He ordered the new Dunlop tires, front and rear, and it resolved the problem. I was like, wow, that's incredible. That's phenomenal. So I gave that information to another guy on the Indian motorcycles forum. I posted that comment on my YouTube channel to him to say, hey, there you go. Maybe I ought to have the guys put new tires on the bike. But that's hard to believe. That's hard to believe that the rear tire would have an impact on the front tire like that. I guess it could. I guess the two tires not being great. But you know what? I don't want that getting out there because I'm done. I'm just done with this Indian Pursuit thing. To think that they would now reach out and go, well, you know what? Let's just try one more thing. I'd be like, nope, I don't think it resolves it. I personally think it's weird how that bike at first didn't really have it per se. That's what's so weird. That's what I was thinking to myself yesterday when that guy reached out to me, personally messaged me, and I was thinking, why is it when you first buy the bike, you don't notice that? But then once you put some miles on it, something starts changing. People be like, it's the tires. I guess. I live on the roads, and I really think there's so many people who are clueless of the laws in Virginia. So Virginia, when you're doing 20 miles an hour over in any given speed limit zone, it's a reckless driving offense. And I'm going to tell you what, if you can get the right lawyer, you get the right judge, you may escape it. But I just witness all day long when I ride around cars that people drive at 80, 90 miles an hour down these 55 mile an hour lane roads. I mean, I'm just hanging with traffic. This is a 55 mile an hour speed limit, and I'm just hanging with traffic. So I witness people go by me doing like 80, 90 miles an hour. But unbeknownst to them, that's what the cops waiting for. The cops in this area know the law, the LEO. They know that there's so many people out there that are going to go way over your speed limit. So you can go by a police officer in this area in a 55 mile an hour zone at 65, 70. He's not going to pull you. He knows that 80 mile an hour guy is eventually going to show up. And then that's the person he pulls over. Because the 80 mile an hour guy is now 25 miles an hour over the speed limit. And that's a reckless driving ticket. And then that's the guy that, for the state of Virginia, gets a bigger, a ticket. It helps the insurance industry. I mean, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that I don't think people ever think about. Is there's a lot of incentive for the police officer to get you at a very high infraction against you, because it's money. It's money, 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 money. It creates money for an attorney. It creates money for the state of Virginia for a higher speeding ticket. It creates more money for the driving school that you can go take a driver's course to try to lower your points on your driver's license. It increases more money for the insurance industry. So there's a lot of things that go hand in hand with that I don't think the average person thinks. That the police officer would rather give the guy that he pulls over 10 miles an hour over, whip-de-doo. I can see that in the 25 mile an hour zone in the school area doing 35. I can kind of see that. But when you're on the open road here, they're just not in this area. It's a waste of time. Because they know there's so many people around here that break the law of speeding. And they just dedicate certain days out of the month where they get very aggressive and go after people. And I met a really nice young man over there at the Max Custom Garage on Friday, and I was explaining to him just what I'm telling others on my channel right now, and he was like, wow, I never even knew that. Very successful younger man, former military. And I was saying, you got to be careful. You're a very young man making a lot of money. You kind of think you can kind of do what you want, but once you get in trouble with the law, that's a little different ball game. You can't just buy your way out of that per se. So I was telling him about the 20 mile an hour speed thing. He's like, I never even knew that. I said, state of Virginia, anytime if you're in state of Virginia on a 70 mile an hour posted speed limit, and you go over 80 miles an hour, it's automatic reckless. So in that scenario, someone would say, well, wait a second, you said 20 miles an hour over and any posted speed limit. Yes, with the exception of on the major highways, once you're on a 70 mile an hour highway, you can't go 90 before you get in trouble. It's after 80. So they have a very specific signs out there. 80 mile an hour and over is reckless driving. $500 offenses, blah, blah, blah. It gets radical. Ask me how I know this stuff. I live on the road. And so the whole point is, for people that drive around this area, the Virginia area, it's a very much more strict state infractions than some other states. And every state has their different laws of what you got to do and can't do. But in the state of Virginia, it's bad. And then I told them also that this reckless driving, if it goes against you, it's a public record, and it can go against you because it's a criminal offense. It's actually a criminal offense. If you can't explain to somebody you're applying for a job, or if you're a big executive, some company, that you have a criminal offense against you, criminal charge. It's a criminal charge. This can get deep and heavy unless you can really explain the situation, and your employer or whoever is, really wants to help you out and not mark you. Here's my kid. Yeah, so continuing on, my daughter checking in on me, checking on her. She's out driving all around the world in that Jeep Gladiator with Keeper Boy today. So anyways, you can have a criminal charge against you and that can be a really big mark. And then when it comes to insurance, you'll be looked at worse than a DUI infraction. So I just like to share information, but you'd be amazed at how many people in the state of Virginia, even myself, even for me, and then in the state of Virginia, anything over 90 miles an hour is a day in jail. So if you get caught doing 100 miles an hour and the judge wants to be a jerk and the police officer really wants to enforce what he caught you doing, technically you go to jail for 10 days. You go to jail, a real jail. You don't go to a holding cell. You go to a real jail for 10 days. You get caught doing 150 miles an hour and the judge doesn't lessen the charge against you, you're 2 months in jail. This stuff goes on, whether you realize it or not. I mean, so many people are oblivious that people that are sitting in jail today from their driving habits. And I tell my daughter, it's like, I know of people that have killed people behind the wheel of a car that went to jail for 10 years for involuntary manslaughter. And in today's world of these vehicles and how fast they are, but at the same time, the technology of crash avoidance and lane assist and other things are helping people hopefully drive a little safer, but still, these cars are so fast in this area around here. I don't know how an older person can drive around the Beltway in this area. You'll be run over. It's 80 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour driving. Yes, it's crazy. Even for me, I get on the road and it's like, oh my gosh, this is just fast. Everything's so fast. As we try to get up here to Manassas, and doubt for me, it's kind of like we need to take this 37 out. But I guess the only downside is where I'm going. It's so much freaking traffic. You'll never really be able to get the truck up to like the higher speeds without spending a half an hour to get out of Manassas just to get up. Well, there's a road up the way that could go to the Prince William County Parkway. That's not a bad idea. My concern is with these 37 tires, as they get wear and tear on them, is the vehicle going to have a little bit more of the shake and shimmy? I mean, that is a concern that, what plays out. Alex seems to be in a little better mood today, too. He just kind of seemed to be a little irritable here the last few times I talked to him. I think he kind of got rested up. I think yesterday, it being a little quieter kind of gave a little bit of a breathing room to step back. We'll see. But no, nothing. Friend John Walker hasn't called me. Even my friend Derek. I asked him to get a number on this car that I bought from a year ago and nothing. But I get it. I think that Kuhns is saying, you know what? If Gary's on a venture to buy a truck somewhere else, let him stay on that adventure. And, why do we want to, per se, be giving him a number on that car when, what comes from that? You know what? But I think to myself, yeah, but I've been such a loyal guy to you guys. Wouldn't you think it'd be just advantageous to give the guy a number so he knows he's getting a deal? Or no way, he's not getting the deal, and he's going to say, forget this, because Kuhns Baltimore Ford would give me a better deal. Yeah, right, nothing, goose egg. But maybe they're scared. I mean, the thing right now, Kuhns Automotive Group, it's under ownership now of Asbury Automotive Group, so it's a whole new ballgame. It's all, it's all new, higher up people that manage these people that used to be managed from Jim Kuhns. So I get it. I understand that for the most part, they're concerned that the higher up is going to look at them differently and don't want to be marked. Yeah. Anybody know these stories when you get new management comes in? I'm sure you do. Okay, getting close to ongoing conversations of used day. Today is the used day. This would be another used purchase. And here we go. Here's a police officer that, did they pull somebody over? Or this is just more about the well-being of whatever's going on the road. I don't know. Oh, that's another thing I told the gentleman too. If you're watching my channel, man, hey, how's it going? Good to meet you other day. And hope you're watching my channel. I'd be amazed if he is. Just too much content, too much talking. But I saw him at the undercover cops. He has no idea. I mean, he's like, yeah, the undercover Tauruses and Chevys. I'm like, no, the undercover Hyundai. He's Hyundai. The undercover, foreign car. The undercover truck. He's like, really? I'm like, oh yeah, man. These guys are everywhere these days. He was like, wow. He's like, wow, yikes. That's not comforting. I'm like, I know. That's why I'm sharing with you that you ride around these roads and your nice AMG 600 horsepower car Mercedes-Benz, it's badass, and you're doing your antics, unbeknownst to you, there's an undercover cop there, right there watching all this, and it's going to put the lights on, and there you go. Yeah, so it's, even for me, I'm like, wow, yikes. I mean, who doesn't want to have some fun in their car, right? Charge. You're not going to be able to have any fun in your car anymore because he's going to be videoing everything you do and everything to know exactly where you are, what you're doing. That's where it's all going. The computers, the satellites in the sky will be watching how fast your car goes, and it'll turn it down. It'll turn down the speed you can go in it. Yeah, you think that's far-fetched? That is not far-fetched. The remote control, going to remote control transportation. Yeah. And then all the guys that have the Ice Age vehicles don't have all that stuff in them. Be like, you idiot, you moron, you fell for that game. You fell for the Chinese revolution. Yep, whatever. So my friend Derek just reached out to me. Hey man, sorry it's taking so long to get back to you on a number on your charger, but we are slammed. They're slammed. Wow. Oh my gosh. How much money do the YouTuber guys make? I mean, just so you know, anybody that has 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, they get people to listen to all this BS all day long. Wait a second, isn't that your channel? These guys are making $5-10 grand a month for people clicking on their channel every day to watch all the gloom and doom news. I'm not lying to you. So if anybody out there wants to start a YouTube channel, I'm sincere. If you can create the gloom and doom content on a daily basis, you'll probably make a good amount of money. I mean, I'm not here to be mean. I'm just telling it the way it is. My sales guy, Derek Coons, Baltimore Ford, just texted me. They're slammed. They're so busy, they just don't have time right now to deal with me. But hey, and then all these cars on the car lot. These guys are in trouble, man. They can't sell any cars. They can't sell any cars. No, they just sell 500 cars a month, you dum-dum. So how would they sell 500 cars a month if they didn't have any cars? Oh, I don't know. All right, here we go in the back way to get to go see Alex. And this area is just so car congested, it's bad. Bad. It's the metropolis. Oh, it's the blinker. Here we are. You know, look at this here. How do you ever get into these car dealerships? And here we go. Oh, there's the Raptor X. Who's buying it? We got a buyer. Look at that. See there? I'd be amazed. And look, I can't even get in here to make a parking spot. Can't even get in here. There's a young kid driving that truck. Where am I going to park? I don't know. I guess I'll just park here. I mean, hell, it's going to be theirs anyways, right? Listen to that thing. Hear it? It's been exhaust. There it goes. There goes. Oh, I got to move this guy's way. Do I or don't I? Can you get it? Can you get it? Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm here to see Mr. Alex, man.
Mr. Alex?
He knows I'm coming.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
Oh, all right. So look at here. Inside here, the colors, I mean, doesn't it look different? It looks different. I know. I just got on my nice charger. I'm thinking, wow, right? I'm crazy. I'm a crazy man. I know that. But I really do like this blue. It's just, what is it about me? What is it? Why? Right? Why? So, okay, so here we go. So now hear that compared to the Ram TX, right? It's like, yeah, dude, boring, right? Yeah, I hear you. And then from having my exhaust on the Hellcat, oh, I hear you loud and clear. And you're like, yeah, come on. But it's the 37, man. And Emily's going to show us how to drive it. Look at that. I mean, the 37, come on. Is that the package or what? It's going to get the attitude. It's all about the attitude. Right? Oh, yeah. There we go. We got to get the real color outside. Because it's like the Patriot. It's a dark blue, but it's an antimatter blue. Okay. Getting a tag for us. Getting a tag there, young lady? Oh, yeah, you got it down, don't you? Yeah, I know. I'm with you. This is tight. You get the person that they scratch it, it's on their watch, right?
Yeah, so I'm like, I think I'm lining up.
If you put the window, if you put the mirrors in, it would go.
Still, no, it'll go. I mean, we had to get it in, Gary, but
Right, right. No, I get you. It's all good. Let the person does this every day. Let them do it, right? You know, it's just like what you do. You understand it. You got your experience, and they have their experience. Can't do what you do. This is dangerous. What's that up there over there? Shelby, start walking around. I'll find something else I want to buy. That's the reality. Yep, and if it's a Chevy guy, I'd be like, yeah, the Chevy, but I'm not. And here's the Ford. Now, is this a brand new? I swear this is a brand new Super Duty, which that's dangerous. I mean, but this is the thing. Then it gets into the stratosphere of numbers. This thing here will be, this is brand new. Is this used? 23, wow. So what's the deal on this, right? Which that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Oh no. So yeah, see what I'm saying? Look at the color too. But you know, I've had so many of these. That's my challenge in life, man. I get a truck, car, I get rid of it, only to go back to wanting to have it again. I'm going to move my car because a lot of people are driving through and they're going to get, somebody's going to hit it. Or are they? Here we go. I mean, wow. How the hell did they even get it in there? Wow. Wow. Woo. Boy, oh boy. That thing barely gets in. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Woo! Yeah, they gotta watch that front you're okay. Yeah, impressive. Good job. Look at that, huh? Here we come. Yeah, don't turn right yet. You'll throttle back in. Straight, you're good. Let's see. Wow. Whoa. That was an inch. That was an inch. If I don't buy this thing, it would be a shame. It's forced to park it again. It'd be like, wow, watch out, don't get run over. So look how blue this is. It's so blue dark. You know what I mean? Wow, good job. That's impressive, man.
Do it like 20 times a day, and get a little good at it.
I think you've done well. You know your calling, right? All right, I'm gonna move my car over here. Hey, I'm gonna move my car real quick over here so I can get hit. All right, the moment of truth. Are you okay being in the video, or you don't want to be in the video? You're okay?
yeah.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure. Some people are like, don't show me in your video.
I'll record you too.
All right, here we go. Wow, cool. It's so funny. This is just like my Tremor truck and how far you have to step into it. Even though I put deployable steps on mine, but it was lifted, which you saw a truck the other day. It's the Canadian. So you say to yourself in this vehicle, you know, I was asking Alex, I said, you know, some people frown on the Canadian venture vehicle, meaning that this wasn't built in Canada, but it was shipped to Canada, and some people would be like, oh, I wouldn't know if I'd buy one of those because of the fact that it's from Canada, and maybe it had a really harsh life in Canada because, you know, being in the harsher winters and stuff. So Oh, I mean, so this would be my, if I bought this would be my 4th Raptor since 2017. Oh, wow. So I gotta get the steering wheel a little bit more out. It's kind of down. So
what is the newest year Raptor you've around?
22. So I had a 22. I just sold this past spring for the power boost.
Nice. Okay.
See, I got rid of my 22 Raptor because it was getting like 14 miles a gallon, and I got like 150, 200 miles a day. I was just kind of getting sick of that, and just kind of by accident, I end up finding a power boost, which I never even really knew much about, the Ford power boost. And oh my gosh, that's, I mean, overall, if I'm the person that has a better, mindset of how you spend your money, I'm buying the power boost because it's such a nice package. But as far as just a really cool package, this is the vehicle that you end up getting. I'm going to go over the PW Parkway. I know this whole area. I've been around here for 40 years. So I want to get to Prince William County Parkway to put this thing out on the highway. I want to get these 55, 6 miles an hour. I want to see these 37 tires are already talking to us. Because these are such big tires that once they get a little older, they kind of start getting their own little kind of personality. And I'm just concerned that if I bought this truck and I drive around here, I'd be cool. But I'm out in the open highway all the time doing, 70, 80 miles an hour. And all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I'm like, these freaking tires suck. They usually don't. These are very expensive tires. Yeah. And they're really good tires. And I've had them for many years. So I think it'll be okay. So here we are. My view, for me, just having so many different vehicles. And this is our little secret about these cars. In Ford, you have to go in these drive modes to the sport mode to bring it to life. That actually opens up the ECM where now you have all the power. If you don't do that, you don't have all the power.
Are you gonna change the exhaust mode too?
You can. We can go into our exhaust node here, right here. But for me, what took me, I didn't even know for quite a while, owning all these Ford products, Ford really does tame down the power that goes to the motor or let you drive the car unless you change the setting into that sport mode. So I never really knew that. And even on the GT500, somebody buys a GT500 and they don't go to the sport mode, if you test drive that car, you'd be like, this thing's okay. It isn't what I really thought it was. You got to go to sport mode to open it all up. You may know that. A lot of people don't know that. I'm such a car fanatic. Like, a lot of people don't know you got to keep this thing on the auto to properly heat your vehicle. Most people don't know this. Once you turn the little fan thing, typically, you've now turned off the auto. So now you're not controlling the temperature of the car anymore. Right. So you got to go to auto. See how that fan went down? Yeah. To keep the temperature, just like your house. This is your thermostat in the house. But so many people don't realize, even very experienced salespeople, people my age, they don't know that once you start hitting this little button right here, you've turned off the auto, so now you're either going to be really hot or really cold. There's not going to be any in between. Yeah. And you got to go down here and go auto. It sounds stupid, but it's like people don't realize this stuff. It's just little things. And since I'm such the car connoisseur guy, I like to share the things that I know about cars. So once again, I've had them. I've always wanted the 37 just because it's got the bigger tire package and the suspension as well. I'm sure you're probably aware of that, where some people don't realize it. I didn't even realize it because I, for many years, thought, I'll just buy 35, put 37 tires on it, big deal. And then a lot of my subscribers are like, no, man, you don't understand. It's a whole different, suspension. You're not just getting bigger tires. Right. You're getting a lot more with that that's going to be beneficial to the way the vehicle rides and also the value. Because somebody will argue with you, hey, I'll just buy a 35. I'll put 37s on and I'm good. But it's like that nobody ever recognizes a 37. And then the other thing is, if you do your research, there's no used 37s out there. There's 35s. Yeah. There's no 37s.
Yeah, my manager, Ruben, the other gentleman, ordered a 37, but it was just taking too long in production. So that's when he got the Bronco Raptor.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. Well, there's the 37 down at Temperate Ford, brand new. Mm-hmm. And the guy that ordered that, he got so sick of waiting, he found another one somewhere else. Yeah. So that's what I see this morning. Over the weekend, I just started thinking to myself, do I go for a 37 new?